Mania and psychosis. Two similar but opposite things. Stay tuned to hear what the difference is between the two. Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, thanks for visiting. I hope you like my videos. Make sure you guys like if you like the video, subscribe if you want more videos like this to show up on your homepage, and click the little bell icon if you want to be notified of upcoming videos. Mania versus psychosis. So I used to think they were one of the same. I used to think that you had to be manic in order to experience psychosis. But I'm wrong. So let's kind of like tease out the two of them. So first, mania. So mania is oftentimes associated with bipolar disorder. It is a state of like extreme arousal, is the best way for me to put it. I'm not quoting anything out of the DSM guys, so this is like Brittany talk here. This is not DSM talk. This is Brittany talk. Mania is extreme arousal. So when people are in a manic state, they have like a ton of energy. So oftentimes you'll see their speech go on and on and on and on and on, where you're like, girl, could you stop talking for a minute? Also, their energy level of things that they want to do and commitments is usually really high. This is the time where people have thoughts that they can do anything. Well, girlfriends, we can, and boyfriends, we can do anything. But by this, I mean like that extreme energy. Oftentimes we'll see people up for long periods of time and needing little sleep. And this is the time where we see like a lot of reckless behavior. So the reckless behavior oftentimes comes in forms of sex, stealing, drugs, alcohol, those type of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like gambling is another one that we see a lot of. And so manic is that state of heightened arousal. That's the best way for me to explain it. I thought that psychosis and mania went hand in hand, that like you're manic and then you can become psychotic or go into psychosis. And it's not true. You do not have to be manic to be in psychosis. So psychosis, though, the difference between somebody that is, we call it like a psychotic episode, or a person who's psychotic, which also lots of times is associated with schizophrenia. We're not going to go down that rabbit trail though. I just want to talk about psychosis. So the difference in psychosis is somebody might not have all that energy. They might not be up for long times. They might not be stealing and having sex and doing some of those behaviors. Psychosis is when somebody is out of touch with reality. Psychosis oftentimes, I don't know if this is this is just my experience in life, or if this really is across the board common, but oftentimes psychosis is intertwined with religious thoughts. And so that sounds real bad. So for you religious people that are listening, please continue, because that's why we're not stopping at that. Oftentimes when I have had people that are out of touch with reality, it is very spiritual. When they're talking about like their spiritual beliefs, but then they'll say things like they can heal the world is one of the big ones that I think is fairly common. I can heal the world. I'm gonna open this healing retreat or this healing place, or you know, there's a lot of like spiritual talk that oftentimes I hear when people are in psychosis. I'm not saying that having a healing retreat or anything like that is not going to happen or wouldn't be helpful. I agree, it would be helpful. But in the realm of psychosis, so you'll have somebody who goes from talking about like healing the world, and you'll also hear things that just, I mean, they're just not in touch with reality. Like their dreams and goals are just like not possible. So you'll hear people talking about like creating concoctions to cure cancer, or going into outer space and collecting people, or just things that are not in touch with reality. And the part for me that has been and can be difficult about psychosis is people can come in and out of psychosis in a conversation. And so as a mental health therapist, that can be tricky, where I question things. I talked about spirituality. I'll question things like maybe this person is very spiritual or religious, but when you put it all together, it's like, it just isn't all making sense. And so somebody in psychosis can talk about those high level spirituality things that maybe don't make any sense, and then come down to talking about spiritual things that really do make a lot of sense. Or people who talk about wanting to heal the world, and you're like, and then people that come down and say, you know, my dream is to be a counselor or a therapist. So they can go from like reality to delusions to reality to delusions over and over and over again very quickly. And so I had this thought that if somebody was in psychosis, they were always out of touch with reality. It's not true. Oftentimes what happens is they have like a little seed. I got one of my supervisors gave this piece to me, and I've held it with me since, that oftentimes people that are in psychosis, there's a seed of truth. So it might be something like their dream was to go to school to be a therapist. That's the seed of truth, okay? Which expands in psychosis to, I've been told by a million people that I should be a therapist, to I've been scouted out to get a free scholarship to go to school to be a therapist, to I was asked to be a therapist on TV, to I'm going to heal the world, to I have healed the world. It's like oftentimes with psychosis, there's this bead of truth that it really does start out with, and it just gets like bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger into out of touch with reality and realistic thinking. So that is the difference between mania and psychosis. Mania is the heightened energy. Psychosis is the out of touch with reality. So hopefully that makes sense for you guys. And if you guys have any questions, comment below. If there are any other videos that you guys are hoping to see, please let me know. I would love to do them. So have a good day, guys. Bye.